I've decided while I'm waiting for the next couple of hours that I'm just going to sit here at the park. I brought my yoga pad with me, and the sun just came up over the ridge. And there are so many sweet little birds chirping. And the sun feels so good shining on my face. I can feel it penetrating my skull, and the warmth feels so good. There are a lot of car sounds, but I can hear the rushing of the water, the river, the Animus River. And when I imagine the river, I imagine and follow it all the way up in my mind's eye. I follow it all the way up, all the way past Silverton and up past Eureka, up to Cinnamon Pass, if you've ever been to Cinnamon Pass, all the way to Cinnamon Pass. And there is this area where the water just pours, I mean like rushes out of the side of the mountain. And I've been there. And I've gathered water there. The headwaters of the Animus River, just jettisoning out of the rocks, out of the mountain, out of our beautiful mountains. Such active mountains. So alive, so full of energy. And I imagine all the life that comes from those headwaters all the way down to me, all the way down into the deserts, eventually all the way down to the ocean, meeting up with other waters. There's so much life in that water. I imagine the algae that are growing on the rocks there. The algae, the fish, all the little insects, all the little tadpoles and the frogs. And I imagine all of the little, all the beautiful life forms that drink from that water. I'm so glad that water is clean now. There were several years back when there was a mine water, wastewater, that had been pooling up. Millions of gallons had been collected for at least 100 years from the old mining community, and that receptacle broke, and millions of gallons of this water, this yellow sludgy water, poured into the Animus. And I was there watching it. In person with my eyes, standing on a bridge in Hermosa Valley, watching the yellow come down the way, and I watched it as it went under me, under the bridge. And I prayed over that because I knew it would be harmful to everything. I watched it. It was so yellow. It was very dramatic. And some of the scientists around here said that it would take decades for that yellow to go away. And it's funny that within 2 years it cleared. It did. I know there are remnants of it. Can't get rid of all of it. But nature has a way of cleansing. Nature has a way of purging. And that river is streaming with life. right now. The water that comes out of Mother Earth, she's constantly cleansing, constantly pushing through. Water is so powerful. It cuts through rock, yet it feels so soft on my skin when I bathe in it, when I stick my feet in it. I'm so grateful for the cleansing aspects of water, as I am water. I am mostly water. We're all connected through the water. We're all connected through our cells. Each of our cells is mostly water. This planet is mostly water, and even in arid environments, there is water in the air, and water is attracted to water. And so I like to imagine being connected to so many things all simultaneously through that water, in the air, in the soil, in the streams, in the clouds. And I imagine the trees, the roots going down into the earth and the soil, the moist soil, some of the dry soil even, and all of the mycelium connected to those root systems, expanding the root systems, reaching out and connecting one another, each and every single plant, each and every single little grass bunch is connected to the root systems, to the mycelium. And I like to imagine that. It really makes me happy to think about that, about how connected each and every plant being is to the fungal creatures. And I like to imagine in the air, not only dust particles, but spores, billions of spores. We breathe it in daily. Not mold. We don't want to breathe in mold. Mold spores and mold. We don't want to breathe in that, though we can't help but. The yeasts in the air, but the spores. We do breathe it in. We consume it without even knowing or being aware of it. But those spores are very alive, very electrified. And I like to imagine these electrical fields all in the air, connecting to one another. And so it's my feeling that we are connected electrically to all of it. And we are. And I drop into my heart center. The magnetic field around our heart is much bigger than we can even actually imagine. That heart field. And with intention, I can expand my field. Not only to this space, but this entire planet. I imagine my field going out in either direction, surrounding this entire planet. Surrounding it with love. And you don't have to stop there either. We are so much more expansive than we realize. It can expand out to encapsulate this entire solar system. Go out as far as you can imagine. As much as you can imagine in your mind's eye, that is where you are. Because of your intention. Because of how powerful and how expansive we are as beings. We only limit ourselves. And why stop there? I imagine star systems. Binary star systems. Part of me touches each and every one of those stars. The ones that I can see in my mind's eye, the ones that I can imagine, and the ones that are unseen but felt. Everything is cosmically connected, just like it is here, the mycelium, with the spores, the water. I imagine entire nebulas. Space dust. I hear a goose. I love birds. My eyes are tearing up from the sun. My mind goes back to my little car that's being looked at. I was told that they may or may not be able to put an alignment on it. I'm hopeful, but I'm also accepting whatever the next step is. Trusting that I'm being taken care of. That I am taken care of because of my will and because of my trust. Thinking of my daughter right now. My little daughter. She was up bright and early. She was on her scooter, listening to her headphones in our carport, and I told her to go inside. She's so beautiful. I'm thinking about the clouds that will be rolling in the afternoon. Right now it is so sunny and so beautiful, and every afternoon the monsoons have been rolling in. We have been getting thunder and rain, even in the valley that I live in, even out past the mountainous areas and the flat areas. We've been getting rain. And I think of the rain that falls down on these very interesting soils that we have going on, the geologic nature of everything. So much life that has grown on top of rocks, creating soil. The lichen breaking down rocks, creating soil. The desiccation of plant and animal bodies breaking down into more soil. Over hundreds, over thousands of years, creating more and more soil to retain the moisture, to feed the life cycle. It's all so beautiful. You can feel the sun getting higher. You can feel it. Or feel the earth turning toward the sun. There is so much dew on all of this grass and these beautiful, beautiful clover. Grass and clover. The little flowers just barely starting to open up. The dewdrops everywhere. Ooh, beautiful little dewdrops. So beautiful. I'm going to touch my face, my neck with the dewdrops. There's so many little birds singing. In syncopation. You're in syncopation. It's all so tasty, so delightful. I feel whelmed with emotion. I feel both joy and an urge to cry, not out of sadness. I don't say overwhelmed, I say whelmed. I am full of feelings. And sometimes these emotions want to come out in tears, sometimes laughter and tears simultaneously. And I pay attention to the sensations in my body, my physical body, and my emotional body, The breeze feels so good. I love this little park. I've come here so many times over the years. This is the first time I think I've been here completely alone. I think this is one of the only organic parks now in Durango. There used to be several. Think of the video footage that I started to gather to document based on the organic parks in this county, La Plata County, in Montezuma County, in whatever county that is over by Ridgeway, in Telluride, in Uray. The park there, the main park there in Ridgeway has been organic for like 20 years, which means that they don't spray pesticides or insecticides. I've gone to town hall meetings in several of these cities and have taken my video camera to video the discussions and the debates surrounding whether to spray or not spray. Hi, little fly. Will you leave me alone? You tickle. I don't want you on me. And I pray for people to wake up, to have realizations. I've seen so much information presented to people in authority, and they look right past it and argue with science, data, intuition, argue against it. So stuck on needing to kill insects and certain plants like plantain and dandelions. And I pray for people's awakening. And what I mean by awakening is the realization to take in new information. I pray for people to be able to have the understanding to open their closed minds, open to new information and data. I ask to be open to new information and data, to my intuition, to my feelings of things, my gut, my heart, my soul. I ask for new information to come to me. I'm open to that. I'm open to new information and new vibrations and new energetic, because information can come in vibrations from that around us and around us. I am open for new information. We are entering the 8-8 Lions Gate, as it's called. We're in Leo season, Leo season, Leo season, ruled by the heart. And as we align with this portal, this energetic portal, our star system is aligning with the galactic center. the galactic center. Our galactic center. There are many. And so we are in this portal now. We are in this portal right now. We've been in it for about a week. But the most potent time will be on the 8th this month. And so the heart center is being amplified right now. And we're in alignment with that, even if we don't want to be, even if we are unaware of it. But when we are aware of it, when we are aware of these things, it, for lack of a better word, it amplifies, it magnifies these things. Anytime that we are able to put our focus on something, that's what's amplified. And so right now, I am amplifying my heart because my heart is still healing. My heart has been distorted and confused. And so I clear that, and I have been clearing that because it's very important to have your heart healed as much as you can so that it can be receptive to energies. The heart is one of the most powerful chakras, in my opinion. Think about my crown, my heart, my root, and everything in between and around. I'm visualizing a lotus flower. Lotus flower is so potent. Just its symbolism, but also, think of the blue lotus flower. The Egyptians used it for thousands of years. I use it right now. The lotus flower induces euphoria and dream state. Very, very inducive to third eye. The lotus flower, any lotus flower for that matter, such a powerful symbol. I think of a pond or a lake and the seed of the lotus going down deep into that water, planting its root systems in the bottom of that darkened, maybe even murky water, growing its root systems, and then sprouting and growing up through the water, up toward the light, toward the sun, even though the surface might be far. Growing up. And when it gets to the top, it starts to spread out leaves. And eventually, the flower blooms there in the open. A little pad, maybe, a little lily pad that little creatures can crawl onto. So beautiful just to imagine that. Just to imagine that is so, so sweet. And that imagery is potent. Because sometimes we do have to go to the dark, murky waters, down to the depths to plant our seeds, to grow our roots. Life is like that sometimes. And that doesn't mean it's bad. It means it's actually beautiful. These dewdrops are so delightful. My fingertips. I'm I'm so grateful for this sun. It's warming my face. I'm so grateful for this heart of mine. When my eyes are closed, what I see behind my eyelids, and I've seen this since I was little, it's just the connection of so many. It's almost like, now that I'm older, I see mycelium, but I've always seen connective energy, just like root systems, but it's like mycelium. It's so intricate. It's like a nervous system. It's like neural pathways. It's like a nebula. It's like everything above and below. That's what I see. That's what I've always seen. Wow. When I focus on what I see behind my eyelids, it's really beautiful. Everything is connected. Even the spaces between what we see, what we realize, what we know, all of those spaces in between are actually connected in different vibrational frequencies. That's all it is. It's very simple. It's not profound. It's only profound because it is. But it's actually quite simple. It's all really simple. It's all really simple. This little park. See where I am. There's Rotary Park, a little gazebo. There's people walking by. Some people are jogging. Some people are on their bikes. There's the sun. Sun. Thank you, sun. And there's a little impromptu meditation. Yay. Life is really beautiful. I'm having a bad hair day, so I'll just make it. If I'm having a bad hair day, I just like to make it crazier. Let's just make it crazier. Why not? Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I have so much gratitude. There are certain people or entities in people that are pushing against me and trying to thwart all of my efforts. And my efforts are nothing but pure intention. And I have goodness in my heart. And my efforts and my energy that I put into projects and people and ideas and all of it have nothing but good and pure intention. And yet there are people who are trying to stop me from doing what I'm doing. I won't name their names, but I could call out their names right now. But they need to stop. Whatever burdens are in their heart, I wish them to be lifted. I wish them realizations. I wish these beautiful beings realizations so that they can be lighter. They need to stop focusing on me and negativity. There's no reason for it. I have nothing but goodness in my heart. I have nothing but good intentions. And I will continue to do what I am doing, and I will stay consistent. I will stay consistent because I have nothing but pure intentions. And so when people come against me, come against my projects, come against the things I'm working on, and they come against me personally, or come against my children even, all I can say is good fucking luck. I will not come against any of these people with hate. I will not come against them, but I will hold boundaries. And in holding boundaries, I am protecting many. I am protecting myself. I am protecting my family. I am protecting the projects I'm working on. I am protecting the people I am working with. And I will hold boundaries. I will hold very firm boundaries. And I will not push back unless I need to, because when I push back hard. I do, but I don't do it to hurt or to harm. There are no warnings. I just am. I just do. And I will be. And in being, I am protected. And that might feel like a threat. If my beingness is a threat, I offer you this opportunity. I offer anyone the opportunity. If my being is a threat, this is an opportunity to examine that, because I come from light. I dwell in darkness. I look at the darkness, and I look at the light, and I shine light. And if that's a threat, you may want to examine. This is an opportunity to examine what that means to you. I have love. Mwah.